With the international break coming up and loads of West Ham players going off to play for their respective countries, I thought I'd make an international call-up themed off the press. That's mainly going to be the talking point in all three of my topics. But Pablo Fornals is going to be mentioned in this, because if you already love him and you've come to love him, well, he did say something this week that'll make you love him for all eternity. You're going to find out what in this video. I'm going to be talking about Pablo Fornals, Jarrod Bowen and Saïd Benrahma in this week's Off the Press. Pablo Fornals has made a big admission about his time at West Ham. And when I say admission, I don't mean something bad, okay? He's not leaving. I know it's deadline day and all that. He's not leaving, okay? I don't think Fornals wants to leave West Ham. And actually, what I'm about to tell you is quite the opposite of that anyway. Jarrod Bowen's got some big news potentially coming his way. I'm not sure if it's written in stone just yet though, and I saw this on Monday, something very strange about Saïd Benrahma. He's been forced to do something by the Algerian national team's head coach. You're going to find out what in this video, but before we get on to Benrahma and Bowen, I'm going to talk about what Pablo Fornals has said. Don't worry, it's not bad, I promise. Following the 4-1 win against Leicester City last Monday, Pablo Fornals spoke to a Spanish TV show. On the show, he said that he intends to retire as a West Ham United player. He's only 25 years old and he's been at West Ham for 2 years now. So he wants to stay at the club for another 10 years if that's what he's saying. And he's more than welcome to stick around if you ask me. I mean, first season he was in England, he had a lot of things going on, not at least when the pandemic halted football. He struggled to find his feet in the Premier League and everyone was saying he was a £27 million flop. May have been the case at first, but what I will say is that he was one of Manuel Pellegrini's better signings, if not best outfield player signing. That was the best thing to come out of the Pellegrini era, Pablo Fornals signing from Villarreal. Fornals had a really good 2020-21 season, partly because David Moyes likes to put Fornals on the wing rather than as a centre mid or an attacking mid. It worked. It changed Fornals' style of play. He had better communication with players. He was working better on the channel. I think this season as well, he's been really good. You know, he's had back-to-back games with a goal. Got an assist against Newcastle in the opener of this season. And he really loves living in London. I mean, his girlfriend's here and he's going to become a father to a little baby boy. And yeah, he's very happy to live in London. It has been tough for him though, because he has been without his girlfriend for quite a while because she was stuck in Spain with the COVID-19 pandemic going about. But, you know, he's happier now. He's in a better place now mentally and footballing-wise. He's really enjoying his time at West Ham. You can see it on the pitch. You can see that Moyes has had a definite impact on Fornals, and long may it continue. But to say that he wants to stay at West Ham for the rest of his career, he really must mean business. And when you hear that, it gives you a very warm, fuzzy feeling in your chest. And I'm glad that he has that kind of love for the club. Really respect him as a player. Reports suggest that Jarrod Bowen could be called up to Gareth Southgate's England squad for the upcoming international games. Well, I mean, this to me did not really come as a surprise. Because when it first came out there, I know Bowen had been playing really well at the start of the season, and last season he was pretty good for West Ham as well. And the fact that Dominic Calvert-Lewin's had to withdraw could mean that Bowen might get a greater chance of getting an England cap. Look, Bowen's been on the radar of Liverpool and teams like that because of his performances of last season. He was even linked with Liverpool during this summer's transfer window. And I think an England call-up for him wouldn't be a surprise, like I say. Is it deserved? Definitely. Definitely is. And also, it's going to give him a lot of confidence. The confidence being that if he's representing his country, he's got a lot of faith in the national team, and he can probably transmit some of that into the West Ham team already. Which is good. You know, I mean, I'm happy for him. I'm happy for Jarrod Bowen, the way he's playing. The goals and assists will eventually come for him, but he's working really, really well in that front four. But an England call-up for him wouldn't be a bad thing at all. In fact, like I say, it's just deserved. And you know, Southgate's always trying new, younger players in the team. He wants to build a young team. Jarrod Bowen's 24 years old. You know, he looks a decent player on the wing, as West Ham fans know. And Southgate probably can see something in Bowen. And who knows, Bowen could actually be a very useful player for England. I read something on Monday about Saïd Benrahma, and I just had to talk about this because this is one of the strangest stories I've ever featured on Off the Press. Benrahma has been forced to take the blonde dye out of his hair and go back to his natural colour of black because Algeria's head coach says so. It's part of a punishment. Don't know what he's done wrong exactly. I don't think he's been out drinking, smoking and, you know, being out with the women, partly because he's not allowed to do that anyway. But all jokes aside, this is a weird story to talk about. He's had to take the blonde out of his hair. Does that mean that his performances are going to be affected? Because blonde Benrahma has been an absolute weapon for West Ham. Black hair Benrahma is the one we had to be patient on. So I don't know about that. Okay, Algeria's head coach, I don't know about that, personally. Benny, if you're listening, go and dye your hair blonde as soon as you're done on international duty, okay? Because we need you at your absolute best. We need you to be the blonde bomb. But that's a strange one, really. You know, having to remove hair dye as a punishment. I don't know. But either way, just thought I'd talk about that very briefly because it's strange. It's a different kind of unique story that isn't something about what someone said or what someone did. But the fact he had to take the hair bleach out is hopefully not going to affect his performances. In fact, I'll tell you what we should really get to make him even more elite. Blonde hair and starving Saïd. Remember when Ramadan was on, he didn't eat and drink and was fasting, and he still put in a massive shift against Burnley? Yeah, that's the kind of Benrahma we all want. 24/7, every single week. So, blonde and starving is a perfect combo. A weird combo, but it's a good one for Saïd Benrahma because he ends up shining on the pitch. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Off the Press. If you liked the video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe for more content. It's deadline day Tuesday, and I might be in bed still by the time it gets about 4 PM UK time. Bear in mind, because of the time difference in Canada. If you watch my channel, you know this, okay? So, I'll be doing a video on Tuesday night Canada time, and it probably is going to be up by Wednesday UK time. So, just want to let you all know what's going on there if anything does seem late. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you all soon.